Today we're going to talk about finding notes on the piano. At the moment, we have learned how to read various notes on the clef and how to place notes on the clef, but we haven't figured out how to put those onto the piano, which is fun because now we can actually start playing music. To do this, first we need to find a few landmarks, and the first way to do that is to look at the black notes on the piano. So if you'll notice, there are two different sets of black notes. There are groups of two, and there are groups of three. Okay, so let's look at this. Here's a group of two black notes. If you notice, there's a space in between them. And now here, we have a group of three, and there's spaces in between those as well. And it keeps going like that. So you have a group of two, group of three, then another group of two, and then another group of three. That's how the piano works. So now that we've noticed that there are groups of twos and groups of three black notes on the piano, our next step is to find a group of two black notes and go to the white note on the left. That note is C. So we find our two black notes, we go back here, and we go to the note on the left, and that note is C. So we'll put a C down there. Let's try this again. Find a group of two black notes, go to the note on the left, and that note is C. And we can do this all the way through. Two black notes, note on the left, C. Two black notes, note on the left, C. Two black notes, here's our C. Two black notes, here's our C. Two black notes and our C. And there's a tricky one at the very top of the piano because there are no more black notes, but this note at the very top is also C. If a piano kept going, we would have another black note here and another black note here, sort of thing. All right, that is our C. Now we can fill in the rest of our white notes. And so we have C, which is our first note. Our next note is D, which means on the piano, the note beside C will be D. So beside all of our C's, we can put a D. We can also notice that a D is in between two of the black notes. So you have a set of two black notes, and then D is right in the middle. That's another way of thinking about it. So you have D in the middle of two black notes, or it is right beside C. So we put our D's in. Okay, so we've done C and we've done D. Our next note is E. We can also count out. We can go A, B, C, D, E. Here's our E. So E is our next note. It's right beside D. So we can fill in all of our E's. All right, after E, so we have A, B, C, D, E. Our next note is F. Here's our F. So we can think of F as being beside E. We can also think of F as being, if we have our three black notes here, it's to the left of our three black notes. So we have our three black notes, and then this note is F. It's another way of thinking about it. Three black notes, this one is F. Three black notes, and this one is F. It's also beside E. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, and our next note is G. So G goes right beside F. You can also think of it as being, if you have your three black notes, it's the note to the right of the black note on the left. A little bit more confusing. Usually we stick with the C and the F to landmark, but this is our G right here. Okay, our next note is a bit tricky because if we're going through the alphabet, usually we'll go C, D, E, F, G, and the next letter in the alphabet is H, but there are no H's in the musical alphabet. Once we get to G, we start again at A. So this next note after G is an A. We can put all of our A's in. There are no H's in music. There we go. There's also a tricky A right at the very beginning. Our first note on a full-size piano is A. Okay, so we've done A. Our next note, what comes after A? It's B. A, B. So Here is our B. B we can think of as being to the right of a set of 3 black notes. So we have our 3 black notes, and then B is to the right. So we fill in our B's, and there are all the white notes filled in on the piano. This note, which is C, we have 2 C's and they are the exact same note. They're just written, one for the bass clef and one for the treble clef. This is the 4th C on the piano. So if we count up, this is our first C, second, third, fourth. That's called either C4 or middle C. And that's sort of, so when you see a C that's on here in the music, we know to play the one that's middle C or C4. All right, I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you next time.